Good afternoon, everyone. I am Miss Eda Paje Adornado of the DENR Region 5, and I am to present to you the plans and programs of the DENR 5 to also include our mission and vision for the next 6 years. So who are we? The Department of Environment and Natural Resources is the primary agency responsible for the sustainable development of the country's environment and natural resources. With us, we have a few of the bureaus like Environmental Management Bureaus, Mining, Geosciences and Mines Bureau. Also, we have the ERDS or the Ecosystems Research and Development Bureau. So, our programs are anchored from the 5 out of 17 SDG goals of the Philippines. We are for clean water and sanitation, for sustainable cities and communities, climate action, life below water, and life on land. So that's where our programs are concentrated. We are also anchored from the Ambition Natin 2040, and the DNR outcome is, together with the President, matatag, maginhawa, at mapanatag na buhay for 2040. So, as a suggested framework in preparing our plan, we start from where we are now in 2017. We assess, we evaluate the plans. If it is applicable again for another year, we re-propose them for another year of implementation. And if not, we not change, but we enhance the program. So our vision, a nation enjoying and sustaining the natural resources in a clean and healthy environment. Our mission is to mobilize our citizenry in protecting, conserving, and managing the environment and natural resources for the present and future generations. The DENR is always concerned of the future generations, not much concentration on the past, kasi wala na tayong magagawa sa past. But we can do something about the present and of course, always about the future. So this is the approach of the DENR. Our approach is the ridge to reef concept. The ridge to reef starts from the upland ecosystem. Where we are concerned with the protected areas, critical watersheds, and open access areas as to be managed and to be sustained. The next, we concentrate on the lowland ecosystem, where agroforestry and production areas are mainly our subject. The next is the urban ecosystem, where we concentrate on urban communities, green campuses, and camps. And the last is the coastal ecosystem, where we manage the mangroves, the beaches, the foreshore areas, and the coastal areas. So if you can see, the scope of the DENR starts from uphill up to the seaside. So if it's an archipelago, kompleto po tayo dyan, di ba? The next, this is for the province of Albay. We have a total alienable and disposable land of 1,203,176.54 hectares. And of that land area, 31% is timberland and 69% is alienable and disposable land. So what are we doing? The roadmap of the DNR for the next 10 years are as follows. Now, the following are now the programs that we are implementing in DENR. So we have just graduated from 6 years of NGP from 2011 to 2016. In 2017, we are now implementing the Enhanced National Greening Program by virtue of EO 193. It aims for reforestation, watershed rehabilitation, management of natural resources, agroforestry projects, timber stand improvement, and enrichment planting. So far, the Bicol regions has created an accomplishment of, for the NGP, it has created an accomplishment of, for each province, 8 sites, 8 NGP sites for each province, ranging from 17 hectares to 259, or some even bigger hectarage of NGPs. The priority of this program are the natural growing forest in the Bicol region. Not just in the Bicol region, but also around the Philippines, because as an agency, it's one of the priority programs. We also have ecotourism development, using ecotourism as mechanism for sustainable development, focusing on conservation of the environment and natural resources, and also improving the stakeholders' well-being in a protected area. So when we establish an ecotourism site, we make sure that we partner with CSOs, NGOs for a better maintenance of the protected area, because these ecotourism sites are found in in protected areas. There, where you say not all protected areas, sabi nila pag protected area daw, bawal ang mga tao, bawal ang establishment. Pero there are some protected areas that we turned into parks, national parks and natural parks and national parks. In Bicol, we have 17 PAs. The protected area, caves, wetlands, development, and management. This done in order to conserve our protected areas to ensure survival of our wildlife and natural ecosystems. In 2018, we have a proposal of declaring another two protected areas where it's a sanctuary for marine turtles, and it's also a sanctuary for the paniki, the bats, flying foxes. The Coastal and Marine Management Program, or we call it CMEM, manage the country's coastal and marine ecosystem. It is to develop and rehabilitate mangrove beach forests in typhoon-stricken areas as means to improve and enhance the natural defense. So in our region, there is not a province without a typhoon-stricken area because we are a coastal region. Two of our provinces are island provinces, the province of Catanduanes and Masbate, and all the rest are coastal provinces. Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, and Sorsogon are coastal provinces. So none of our provinces here are not stricken by typhoons every time we are being visited. So this program is implemented in all the provinces of Bicol region. The Land Administration Management System, it's a computerized information system that consolidates land data and records in the country. So far in 2015, we are already done with our cadastral map where every part of Bicol has been surveyed. Both forest, both residential, government-owned, it has been surveyed and it has been included in one map. The river basin or watershed management is the implementation of the land use and water management practices to protect and improve the quality of environment and natural resources in the watershed in a comprehensive manner. In the Bicol region, we have the Bicol River Basin that cuts across 4 provinces, Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, and Sorsogon. It's one major river system that is being protected and being rehabilitated every time there is a typhoon. Kasi it grows bigger and bigger. Aside from being inhabited by di naman natin sila pwedeng sabihin na squatters. Aside from being inhabited by illegal tenants, the river still claims its natural path, especially the past 4 years. It has been claiming its natural path. There is a significant difference on the past and present pictures of the Bicol River Basin. It has gone from a river this big to a river as big as the building. Kasi nung dati, ganito lang, kasi madami ng shanty home sa gilid. Nung dumating yung riming, nawala lahat yung bahay. Kaya the river grew with parang ganito na kalaking building. Kasya na yung mga 10 bahay sa loob. So it claimed a lot of lives. Kaya nag-improve kami ng program sa Bicol River Basin. And Bicol River Basin program involves not only DENR, it's a project of the government that involves all other agencies involved in rehabilitation. DPWH, DA, the Agrarian and Reform, it involves them also. So another program of DENR is land disposition, possessing and issuance of free patents to qualified beneficiaries. Pag sinabi po natin free patent, as in free patent po siya. So you just have to apply, pero ang problema namin kasi, walang nag-a-apply. Kasi akala nila, sabi kasi nila pag free patent daw may bayad. Sabi namin, kaya nga sabi namin free. Kasi wala siyang bayad. Yes, pwede po kayo. And is entitled for alienable and disposable lands only. Hindi po tayo pwedeng magpapatent sa forest land or protected areas. And we already have a title for this land po. Resolution of land disputes and cases covers the conduct of investigation, ocular inspection on the reports of conflicts of receipt of formal protest on adverse claims. Usually po, ang mga nakukuha naming resolution for land disputes, away-away lang naman po ng pamilya. Yung napamanahan ng maliit na lupa, gustong pa-subdivide ulit yung dating lupa para patas-patas daw yung nakukuha. Mahirap po yun, di ba? So, foreshore management and development. The foreshore management and development is that where di ba ngayon po bawal na kayo mag-claim ng title for foreshores? What we do is, we survey the lot, and if you want, kung ikaw yung nasa tapat nun, pwede mong rentahan to make use of the foreshore. But you cannot own a foreshore. So here we have water resource utilization. This is the newest program of the DENR, just being transferred to us from the National Water Resource Board, the WAROS. Ngayong 2017 lang po kami nito nagsimula mag-implement. Kasi before, hindi ito sa amin. Serves as, ngayon bago to sa amin. To regulate water use and complement existing NWRB deputized agents. Not only just regulate the water use, but also to ensure that water systems are clean and water systems in the community areas are potable. So sa amin po yan. Okay, so from our secretary, this is what we have. This is what came to support our secretary. He says, I intend to listen to all the voices out there and to make use of our powers and resources to ensure that these various concerns will be properly and judiciously addressed. For in the end, we at the DENR will only be as effective as our various constituents will help us to be. So it's not only us that needs to work, but also the community that we serve. Kasi useless naman po kung kami lahat trabaho tapos wala namang naniniwala sa amin, di ba po? So our beloved secretary, si Mato, is now in Camarines Sur, visiting Lake Buhi, for he wants to safeguard the population of the Sinarapan. The Pandaka pygmea, the smallest fish. Opo. The Program of Environment and Natural Resources for Restoration, Rehab, and Development. If makikita po ninyo, ang initial niyan ay PRRD, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Okay po. That's the goal of DNR from 2017 to 2022. Maganda po yung nag-conceptualize. Ano po? The PRRD will be anchored in the core principles of the current administration for good and effective governance, inclusive growth for the country, and the last is always social justice. So, it will be aided by the DNR standards for action of sustainability, research-based, adaptive, and collaborative. So, 5 priority programs. Restoration of forest and protected areas. Good and effective governance in environmental protection, adaptation to climate change and sustainable use of natural resources, social justice in land titling, and conservation of coastal and marine resources. So, this one, medyo mahirap i-explain, pero bear with me po. Bear with me po. So, what you see there are the 4, no nga yung sinabi natin kanina, 4 core programs of the DENR, and the 5 arrows surrounding it is the standards of the DENR. Inside is you see the program of the DENR, the PRRD. Around it, you see good governance, social justice, and inclusive growth. So that's how we see the concept of DNR programs. So these are the proposed actions of Region 5. We have 4 bureaus: the Forest and Management Bureau, the Biodiversity Management Bureau, the Land Management Bureau, and the Ecosystem Research Bureau. So these are the following actions that we have. If you can see po, dito sa leftmost part, we have the Penros and Senros. Yan po yung aming front line ng DENR. Sila po yung mas kadalasan kaharap ng tao. Sila rin po yung nag-i-implement ng lahat ng programs namin sa DENR. Kami po dito sa region, we also implement, but we do more on the planning and regulations. But the implementation of the programs are down to the Penros and Senros. So, 1, they utilize and expand the NGP program to provide sustainable livelihood. They formulate new policies and strategies for the effective implementation of NGP and rehabilitate critical watersheds. Those that are in black are the job of the Forest and Management Bureau, and those that are in blue are the job of the Penros and Senros. Now, the job of the Penros and Senros is to organize and capacitate PO-CBOs in selected NGP sites to develop biodiversity-friendly social enterprises, rehabilitate proclaimed or unproclaimed critical watersheds, sub-watersheds, and identify, map, and assess recommended interventions, and maintain any of the established arboretums. When we say po arboretums, it's a plantation po namin, ha? So, from the Environmental Management Bureau, ito yung kanilang goals. Collaborate with LGUs in implementing SWM, closing of dump sites, finalizing SWM plans. After po this, you will be visiting one of our sanitary landfills. One of the few na meron pa lang kami. Kasi marami sa amin na nasa ombudsman na case kasi hindi na i-implement yung solid waste management plan. Close na sila, kaya namang problema kami dito. If you notice po, if you go from Daraga to here, yung Daraga has the biggest problem of garbage. Kasi hindi pa ganun sila ka-concern sa garbage nila kasi hindi sila masyadong involved sa segregation. Makita nyo yung mga sako-sako ng basura nandiyan lang sa gilid. Yun ang problema namin dito eh. Dito sa Albay, Daraga is the problem. Other municipalities are already implementing the SWM, but Daraga, oh, BU is divided into 3 campuses. The main campus is in Legazpi. There is a Daraga campus and there is an East campus located in the other side of the road. Legazpi po siguro kayo kasi sa hostel kayo nakatira. Legazpi po kayo. I am a product of Bicol University also. Daraga po ako. Political science ako, sir. Daraga branch. So the job of the Penros and Senros in the implementation of the programs of EMB is to support EMB5 operations and the implementation of the solid waste management or the RA 9003. Also to identify river systems in EMB5 to be adapted for clean up or improved water quality. Right now, EMB is implementing a program which is Adapt a River. Also, dati na siya, di ba po? Naririnig niyo na siya. But now, there is a challenge because we cannot adapt a river system that is still, kumbaga, alive pa. Paano pa po ba natin ma-picture yung alive? Yung dumadaloy pa, yung may tubig pa kahit madumi, di ba? Now, we are to adapt a river system that is already near dead. Near dead or dying if you want it to.
Stage 4.
Yes. So, hindi kami pwedeng mag-adapt ng river system na may tubig pa. Dapat yung wala na talagang tubig at yung ganon. Yun yung challenge sa amin ngayon ni Secretary Simato. And that's one river system per province.
Dapat i-conserve na siya as habang ano pa.
Pero aside from that naman po, we have an Adapt Astero program in EMB5 where they adapt yung mga ganung klaseng river system, yung madudumi, they clean up them. Pero sa amin sa DNR, yung dito sa region, kasi separate po ang EMB, DNR, and then MGB eh. Dito sa amin sa DNR, the challenge is buhayin yung patay na river system. Parang ganun kasi yung, that's how they put it in the central office namin. Kaya wala kaming choice but to use the same words as the central office has described it to be. Buhayin ang patay. Mahirap yun, di ba ho? So we also have programs of the Mines and Geosciences Bureau. They are to review the existing mineral product sharing agreements, to strengthen their monitoring and evaluation of all ongoing mining operations by involving third-party experts and CSOs, and also they require companies to undertake progressive rehab and strengthen their CSRs. For the Penros and Senros, ito yung dapat namin gawin. We have to actively participate in the MMTs and also adopt the CNMP approach as a strategy. Naalala niyo po yung panahon ng aming former Secretary Gina Lopez, siya yung nag-initiate ng CNMP, Strategic Implementation of Area Development Management Plan. So for the Land Management Bureau, this is their program is to explore possibly of deputizing LGUs to undertake land investigation to fast-track application. We do this po by engaging into MOPAs with them, Memorandum of Partnership and Agreement, where we train their designated personnel to handle land investigation, land investigation and also application ng land titling namin. They also have the program to adapt system and safeguards to ensure no conflicts and overlapping in the issuance of titles and patents. Dati po, di ba, namumroblema tayo kasi patong-patong yung mga titulo, tapos nagtotoskoy na lang kung sino yung kukuha nung mas malaking portion or yung pinag-aawayan na portion. Ngayon, hindi na po kasi after the cadastral, they made sure na yung luma na mga latitude, longitude ay papalitan nila ng bago. So there are no more overlapping. The current problem is, kasi bago ng system, minsan mahirap mag-adapt sa field. Lalo na kung behind naman ang aming technologies. Kung hindi kami nakakapag-upgrade agad ng technology. Dahil application siya, kumbaga apps, para sa cellphone, kaya mahirap siya kasi hindi compatible minsan sa system namin sa computer. Kaya nahihirapan din kami sa field office. But rest assured, ginagawa naman ang paraan ng central. Okay. The job of the Penros and Senros for the implementation of the goals of the LMB are to operationalize MOPAS, at least one Senro per supervising Penro. Kung hindi po siya supervising Penro, we call it the implementing Penro, yung wala siyang mga Senro offices, one MOPA person. So we have 3 implementing Penros. Tama ba ako? Catanduanes, Camarines Norte are implementing Penros, and Albay implementing. Ay, hindi. Supervising Penro pala ang Albay kasi data has a Senro Ginubatan. You will be visiting it this afternoon. So, and again, ensure compliance for DAO 2016-22. This DAO is signed by the former Secretary Ramon Jesus Pipaje. It means that every land title must be geotagged as proof na there is a longitude and latitude for each picture. And the correct projection of certification of applied areas against LC maps, land cadastral maps. So the last bureau I have here is the BMB, the Biodiversity Management Bureau. Its goal is to promote and develop ecotourism in 210 protected areas declared under NIPAS. So for the 210 declared PAs, we have 17 PAs in the Bicol region. So our Penros and Senros are to develop and promote ecotourism activities in the 17 PAs. 17 PAs po. Malaki po pati ang isang PA. So this is another po bureau, Ecosystem Research Bureau. Have you visited po the office or not yet? The ERDS? Yes. But we have another office here which caters 3 regions, Region 5, Region 4A, and Region 4B. The office is here in Legazpi, just behind BU. Just behind Bicol University, the office is there. Their goal is to strengthen research and development to identify new technologies for climate change adaptation and mitigation. Also, not mentioned there, to improve quality of seedlings, indigenous seedlings, to make them more withstand mas malalakas na bagyo. So, what are the expected outcomes at the end of administration? At the end, outcomes na po tayo ngayon, hindi na tayo pwede outputs, di ba? Outcome-based na tayo. So we aim quality of the environment that meets the global standards of clean air, clean water, and solid waste management. Ang picture na po yan, di ba, sa Pasig yan? Yung ni-rehab na portion ng Pasig. Pwede naman pala, no po? A community resilient to the effects of climate change through NGP and new adaptive technologies. That one is in Manila Bay. Mined out areas are rehabilitated, safe mining operations are strictly observed, and host communities benefit from the operations. Mindanao area po ang mining na yan.
Bakit may bahay pa rin doon sa coastal? Doon sa may mangrove?
Those are the, yan po yung mga settlers na tumutulong, parang part sila ng CSOs na tumutulong mag-reforest ng area na yan. So they also stand as guards. They are paid by the ENR para magtanim ng bagong mangrove kapag yung plantation namin ay kailangan namamatayan ng seedlings. So they are paid by DNR to to maintain the area. This one, the last, all legal occupants are provided with appropriate tenure instruments and residential lots are issued for free patents. When we say po tenure instruments, parang ang logic niya is nirerentahan niya yung lupa sa government for the use of grazing, pastures, and tinatawag namin niya na tataniman nila ng punong kahoy, tapos i-harvest nila yung punong kahoy. So, another is to increase at least 10% of the forest cover, providing livelihood opportunities and tenurial instruments to host communities. So, with that po, that is the last slide. Thank you very much.